Hello students, welcome to online study English medium subject English standard 8th poem 2 geography lesson. This poem is written by Zulfikar Ghosh. So let's students, before start this poem explanation, we will get the basic information about the poet's life, whose name is Zulfikar Ghosh, who was born in 13 March 1935 in Sialkot from India. Now it's in Pakistan. Zulfikar Ghosh, Pakistani American author of novels, poetry, and criticism about cultural alienation. Zulfikar Ghosh grew up a Muslim family in Sialkot and in largely Hindu Bombay, and then moved with his family to England. He graduated from Kelly, England University in 1959 and was married with Helena Del Fontaine, who is one artist from Brazil. In 1969, he moved to the United States to teach at the University of Texas. What he did do there? From which he retired as a professor emeritus in 2007, and Ghosh became a US citizen in 2004. Let's get the little bit information about his work. So, Zulfikar Ghosh's first novel was The Contradictions, which was published in 1966. Also, he explores differences between Western and Eastern attitudes and way of life. In The Murder of Aziz Khan, it's also his famous work, which was published in 1967. A small farmer tries to save his traditional land from greedy developers. The trilogy, The Incredible Brazilian, comprising The Native, that is his famous work, which was published in 1972. The Beautiful Empire is published in 1975. A Different World, which was published in 1978, presents the Piccaresque adventures. Also, he written many famous poems like The Loss of India in 1964 and Jets from Orange in 1967. Ghosh's famous poems, including those in Loss of India in 1964 and selected poems in 1999. 50 poems written in 2010 are often about the travels and memory of self-aware Alan. Beckett's Company, written in 2009, is a collection of personal and literary essays. He also wrote the autobiography, which was Confessions of Native Alan in 1965. Autobiography, it means written about his own life. If any person writing about his own life, that is autobiography. And biography, it means if you're writing a personal life story of other person, that is biography. So Zulfikar Ghosh written his autobiography, which was Confessions of Native Alan in 1965. Now let's go towards the poem. What is the basic concept of this poem? The poem is written from the perspective of person who is observing the city from above. What is the main perspective? It means what is the base motto of this poem, geography lesson. It's written in the perspective of person who is observing the city from the above, seeing it seated in a jet plane. As he ascends the heights in the sky, he is able to understand the real meaning of geography. Inculcates in the reader about the political division. So, let's get the introduction of this poem, geography lesson. The poem, the geography lesson, is written by Zulfikar Ghosh, who is very famous poet and novelist. You know very well, who was born before independence. After independence, he migrated to Pakistan and now is settled in the USA, but who was died already. Now, the geography lesson is a 24-lined single stanza poem that doesn't have any rhyming scheme. You know very well that every poems most probably have any kind of particular rhyming scheme, but in this poem there is no rhyming scheme. In the poem, the poet talks about three important things. Which was that? First, how everything looks from the sky, because he observed everything on the earth from the jet plane. And second one, how civilization was established and the reason behind unorganized settlement. And third one, his question to himself why people hate each other. These three things is most important in this whole poem. First one is poet observe the earth, how everything looks from the sky. And second one, how was the civilization was established each and everywhere on the every corner of the earth. And the reason behind that unorganized settlement, you know very well that there is not any kind of particular settlement or particular organizational buildings or rivers or mountains that is on their natural way. So in this third question, he asked to himself why people hate each other. We know very well that we all are live in unity. Earth is one and only, but in spite of people hate to each other. So, poet wants to get the answer of these three questions. Now look at the first stanza of this poem. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. What poet wants to ask in this poem? The poet describes the scene of the whole city and the country from an aeroplane flying high. So what happened, dear students? When the jet plane took off, at that time the sky was clear, but the poet looked out from the window of that jet plane, and on that moment the city looked neatly planned, but on ground it looked without plan or order. It means if you observe the earth or city from the above, it's looking very clear, But whenever you are on the earth, whenever you are on the land or ground, at that time it looked without any kind of manner or without any kind of plan or order. It had numerous lands, it means street, and houses without style of symmetry. So inevitably means something unavoidable. That is means ati avashyak. And absurd it means beterbib. Beterbib means what? Without any kind of proper order. So poet says, when the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear. That is, the poet understood why the city had developed the way it had. Because everything looked so small that a mile seemed to be like 6 inches. It's become inevitable. Inevitable it means that everything developed unplanned, without style, and without any principle of an organization on the ground. So the poet repeats the first line, when the jet sprang into the sky, that is, he saw all this when the jet was in the air. Now look at the second stanza of this poem. In the second stanza, let's read the second stanza. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography that land and water attracted man was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. So, what does it mean? When the aeroplane flew at a height of 10,000 feet above sea level, he looked below. It means poet looked below and realized the logic of geography. It means poet seated in the aeroplane and it flew at a height of 10,000 feet above sea level, above water level. And at a moment he looked below on ground level and realized the logic of geography. And he had struck in his mind, it became clear to him why the cities in every country are situated on the river banks. Secondly, the people lived chiefly in the valleys. This is the level land between the hills. So, land and water are primary needs of life. You know very well that without water we can't exist. They attract to the people. So it's our basic need, water, food, clothes. Yes. So what poet did it mean? Land and water are primary needs of our life. That's why probably city is located on the bank of river or valleys. That's why it's maybe populated area. So in the second part the poet says, when the plane reached 10,000 feet in the sky, the poet came to know why the cities of country are located near the rivers and also the valleys. It's all are so populated. Next, the poet provides the logic of geography, which is clearly delineated. That is the reason that made the people settle in unorganized way. I think according to poets or point of view, land and water, which are the lifeline and the reason for our survival, you know very well that it's attracted the early humans also. The lands here refer to the green land on which we cultivate foods and make shelter. So like the previous stanza, the poet repeats the once again similar line. Look at the last line of this stanza. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, to tell that he came to know about all this only when the aeroplane was 10,000 feet up in the sky and he could see land and water from the above. Now look at the third stanza of this poem. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land, but it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across city and to kill from that height. It was not clear why. Poet here express his own feelings. It means his own emotional sentiment. What he want to convey towards the society in this stanza: when the plane rose as high above the ground as 6 miles, the earth looked round. It had more water than land. So the poet understood the reasons why it was so. But he couldn't see any logic behind the division of land by raising walls of bricks and hatred. What did it mean? Poet asks one question towards the society. If earth is one, you all are living in the same place, then why are you hated to each other? Why are you generate such kind of feelings inside of you? And why people went madly after one another's thoughts? So he want to say that we should have to live with each other very warmly and very kindly. So we live in unity, so we create one kind of bonding with each other. In the third stanza, according to him, he couldn't understand why people hate each other on earth. Why should we build walls across the city and kill each other? It means why we create some kind of distance in between relationship. At such a height, the poet sees a single earth and wonders why people are divided. He couldn't understand still. It means Zulfikar Ghosh can't understand the human nature, why such kind of distance in between relation generate. So he wants to give one message to the society that you should have to live with each other very lovable manner. Now, what is the moral of this poem? After this poem, the moral of this poem, geography lesson, is that we shouldn't fight with each other and live very peacefully, because earth is one and so should we. Earth provides us with everything. We know very well that earth provides each and everything similarly to each and every human beings. It can't create any kind of levels. So we shouldn't shed blood on it and neither divide it by borders. This poem has very beautiful message to us. We shouldn't fight with each other, we shouldn't jealous to each other, we shouldn't hate to each other, but we should have to live very peacefully, calmly, very warmly with each other and creates a very strong bonding with each other. So let's students, here word books given related to this poem, glossary. So if you have any query related to this poem understanding, you have to get the help of these word books. Thank you.